I don't think we could destroy his testimony yet, so I think we gotta meet the caretaker's son. Everything in here is medieval. No wonder there was a fire. They got little torches that have flames just actively on the wall. I'm surprised the fire hasn't happened sooner. May 12th, Watson Estate kitchen. Finally, the kitchen. I swear this place is like a labyrinth. Oh my, there's too many people. No, no. So which of you three is Raiden? Oh, do my eyes deceive me? Or is this a pair of two lovely looking ladies who are looking for me? Well, my fair lady, you found me, Raiden Watson, the handsomest of our trio at your service. Gods, tell me they aren't all going to be this insufferable. Just say the word and I'll be here. Now, might I have the pleasure of knowing with whom I'm being acquainted? Gods, Raiden, can you knock it off for once? Forgive my brother, he's never been very tactful. That's a bit of an understatement. I'm Calvin Watson, and this here is Donna. Oh, good morning. I'm Detective Sophie Swift, homicide, and this is my partner, Justina Smith. Ugh, homicide? This is some sort of joke? Our mother? Now, Calvin, this is no way to speak to our guests. I'm sure the beautiful detectives have some reason for being here. Yes. We're just here to follow up on some lingering questions. Well, I'll be more than happy to answer whatever questions your heart so desires, my dear. This guy is really starting to piss me off. Sophie, there's no way this guy doesn't have some sort of criminal record, right? Whoa, what are you trying to say? Harassment, loitering, overdue parking tickets, we could just take him to the station right now. Dusty, you can't just arrest someone you don't like. Look, Donner, the ladies are already fighting over me. I don't think that's what they're whispering about. Got a little tool guy. Like the animation. I don't mind them being here, though. Shouldn't we cooperate? Well, brother, I think you've been outvoted. These ladies can stay. What about the detective in the living room? We were told he was the one handling things. He's in charge of investigating the fire. We're here to find out more about what happened to your mother. If you could just answer a few of our questions, it would help us a lot. Our mother died in the fire last night. An accident. What more is there? My brothers may be taking that in stride, but I'm not. We're mourning. And I don't appreciate you two sticking your noses where they don't belong. Then how about I make it straightforward for you? We don't think what happened to your mother was an accident. Now, if we're wrong, then we'll find that out. But you shouldn't have any trouble making that clear for us. Right? Unless you have something to hide. You! My brother isn't taking our mother's death well, so forgive his anger. But it really was a freak accident. We're just coming to terms with it. Oh, don't be dense. It's pretty clear why these ladies are talking to us right now. They think one of us killed her. I'll bet my hat on it. Well, that hat... it could be expensive. Maybe that's worthwhile. That isn't true. We're not accusing anyone at this stage. There are just some details that aren't adding up. We're only trying to get all the facts in order. You're wasting your time. Au contraire. As long as we have these ladies talking to us, I don't see it as a waste at all. This case is going to give me a serious migraine. If you two want to entertain them, be my guest. I'm leaving. Raiden, Don, I'll talk to you two later. They all murdered her. Detective, is it okay to just let him leave? We can look for him later. We could talk to these two first. I suppose two of the brothers isn't better than none. Is better than none. Although, I could really have stood for the other guy to leave instead. Thinking of me, madame? How delightful. Get out of my head! He's just a psychic reading her mind. Do you two mind answering our questions? I'm all yours. Ask away. If I can be of help. Thank you for your cooperation. Can you two tell us where you were during the fire last night? Oh, that's what you're curious about? I suppose I can relay our tale. Our second statement. With a grand gesture. It was all a quiet night. I could recall how still the air seemed to be. The faintest nip of frost. Last throes of winter. Myself, our protagonist, was at Calvin's abode, alongside my brother Donner. You see, on such a night, I would normally be out with some maiden like yourself. But on this day, I had a different mission. My brothers, you see, were trying to set up a bakery. And I, of course, was there to provide advice. I even took the night off for it. But then I arrived home. Tragedy, oh, the cruel hands of fate. The fire department was already here. My poor mother, consumed to the flames. May the gods grant her a merciful new beginning. Took the night off to help daughter. He claims fires aren't occurred. Can I get that again without all the needless prowess? You're your mother's caretaker, correct? Is it normal for you to leave her alone by herself? Old as my mother have been... Excuse me. Old as my mother may have been, she was more than capable of looking after herself for an evening. I discussed the plan with her beforehand, so I knew I wouldn't be around. So she knew I wouldn't be around. So the fire just so happened to be the one day you had taken off? That can't be a coincidence. That aside, what was all that about a bakery? Oh, my apologies. Allow me to explain. Actually, if you don't mind, I'll explain it. I need to give a statement. Alright. Calvin's partner, Amber, has always dreamed of opening a bakery. Ooh, are we already having a new person possibly come up? Calvin's partner? I'm rather handy, so I offered to help them set the place up, and Amber even gave me baking lessons. So last night we were planning supplies and assessing our budget, since the money was a little tight. Raiden didn't help much, but I like asking him for advice. We didn't do anything else. Raiden went home then, and I went to bed. I haven't been trying to set up a bakery with his partner. Alright. So you're all pitching in together? That's really heartwarming. It's my first time working as a handyman. And what a handyman you are. Don, who needs to work at Watts Electric when you can be your own boss? Watson Electric and Gas. So if you're setting the place up and Raiden is your ideas guy, what's Calvin doing? The money. I'm kind of. He's just helping to finance the place's a key stakeholder, as he calls it. Well, I suppose it's sweet of him to pay for his partner's dream business. But speaking of this Amber person, can you tell me more about her? She's Calvin's girlfriend. Those two have been dating ever since our dad died. Suspicious. I couldn't begin to tell you how he scored a maiden so fair given his peculiarities. How long ago was that? About a year ago. Our father died in an accident. He took care of our mom, so Raiden took over after. I couldn't let our dream mother remain here alone. It's not even a question for me. But Amber and Calvin are pretty close. They were together that night too. Close, indeed. They even share keys to each other's apartments. Oh, that could be information. Oh, the beauty of young love. Perhaps I too shall find a lady to call my own. Maybe even soon, He gives off Discord vibes. Not in a million years, pal. Detective Gumsh... Raiden, quit messing around. I better update Raiden's statement to include that bit of trivia. Do you happen to know what they were doing last night? Whoa there! She's got nothing to do with this, so don't rope her into it. I'm not accusing her of anything, I just want to know what she was doing. You could ask Calvin. I don't know if that's gonna go over well. Does your girlfriend have an alibi around this time? Do you think she killed it? You're here to talk to us, are you not? Why don't we focus on that? Okay, first let's investigate. Ooh, a couple of things. This must be the kettle Jules makes her tea in. Is there a reason she makes the tea herself? Aren't you her caretaker? My mother was very particular when it came to her tea. She simply preferred to do it herself each night. She even has 2 different kettles for different purposes. I never could tell them apart. But somehow she knows which to use. She said they provided different flavors. This is starting to remind me of someone else I know. So nobody else ever made tea for her? Not a soul, I'm afraid. My mother would have a fit. If that's the case, it's likely that the victim used one of these kettles shortly before the fire began. Do you know where the other kettle is? In her bedroom. I suspect it wasn't destroyed in the fire. I'll have to look for it when they deem the area safe. Okay, more information. Let's write it all down for now. Oh, red tea that the victim would make tea in. Couldn't tell them apart. Jules never let anyone brew tea for her. Possibly where the heart medication stuff got mixed into trash can. A fancy trash can for a fancy house. I'm gonna give it a look. I don't think. And there she goes. Wow. She just threw $1 million here for no reason. I'm keeping this. Score! I found something. There's a bakery box in here. Oh, suspicious. Bakery box? Yeah, you know, one of those bake boxes you get donuts and stuff in. That's great, Sophie, but I don't really see how the victim's garbage helps us. Provides possibility for the girlfriend to murder. Hey, quit snooping around. Don't you know it's rude to dig through people's trash? You know what they say, another man's trash is another man's treasure. I found a lot of good evidence by checking trash cans. Dusty, please write this down. I've got a good feeling about it. Whatever you say, Sophie. Oxford Bakery found a trash can kitchen as a distinct logo. Is it safe to have open fires in a house that was just on fire last night? Actually, these aren't real torches. It's just an electric lamp. Okay, that's understandable. Okay. I thought they just literally had active flames. See, you could touch it without getting burned. Don't just go around touching flames. It's pretty obvious that it's fake, Justy. It is? Of course it is. I was just making a joke. I thought they looked pretty convincing. It does give off a castle vibe. Not that I've been in a real castle before. Fridge. All right, let's root through the fridge. I'm kind of hungry. Ooh, sandwich, some meat, some milk. Okay. Some moldy bread. Nothing to do with the case. All right, Aunt. Considering how the house is themed, it's weird to see such modern appliances. I guess the victim preferred practicality over sticking to the castle aesthetic. But it really clashes. Surely she could afford something that matches better. You ever consider a career in interior design, Justy? You seem pretty particular about home decor. No way. It's just a little nitpick. I'm happy right here with you. Aw, Justy. Please don't strangle me again. Window. Look at the land out there. This estate is huge. I can't even begin to imagine what the property tax must be. We're up in the Hills District. There's a lot of sprawling mansions like this. Though this one is certainly the most unique of the lot. I'll say. Looking at this place, I'm starting to have a better appreciation for the E-Banks. thank goodness Detective Hunt isn't here. This might just cause him to pop a blood vessel. It's like, these people don't understand what not having money is. Let's talk. Oh, there's another, like, choose between. Oh, let's get over this. Oh my god. Raiden Watson. A lot of talking with you. As much as it pains me to ask this, what can you tell me about yourself? Don't be so rude. He just lost his mother. Justina, I know he's a dick a little bit, but give this man some slack. Such as, are you always this obnoxious? My, this lady is curious about me. How very interesting. I'm regretting this already. Well, my dear lady, my dear, I can tell you everything your curious little heart desires. Along with my dashing good looks, I'm a jack of all trades, so to speak. A writer, a poet, a scholar. The literal world is my domain, which I consume with ravenous hunger. Alas, such work is seldom appreciated in a world such as our own, and so I have stayed here to care for my mother instead. Being thrust into the shackles of family business was something I wanted to avoid, you see. I don't envy my brother. It's not the life of glamour you may think, being a business executive. Myself, I prefer a little more simple luxuries. As for my vices, I'm quite fond of games of chance. Romance, for example, is the greatest game of chance there is. Gambling your heart on someone, it's quite thrilling, is it not? I'm starting to think he really just likes listening to himself talk. Right. That's all very helpful. Thank you. Do you love, like, setting houses on fire for the chance of your mother dying? That's the biggest chance ever. Dang it. You've solved the case. Joel's Watson. What can you tell him about your mother, Joel's? Ah, yes. I suppose that would be what you would want to know, wouldn't it? My mother was a strict woman, very particular about things. Everything has to be done in a certain order, and everything needs to go in its exact spot. All these, of course, change arbitrarily given the day. You can understand the difficulty. But she was my mother. I loved her in spite of the way she was. Is there anyone you could think of who might want to harm her? She was the head of the largest utility company in Azure Bay. I'm sure there was no shortage of people who'd hate her. If you include everyone who might have some grievance with their electricity bill, that would include, well, all of Azure City. Oh my god. The entire population of Azure City killed this woman. Case solved. I suppose there's no shortage of people complaining about the cost of power online. There's nobody that stands out to you in particular. Not a soul, my dear. I simply cannot fathom the very idea of wanting to take another person's life. Well, thank you for your cooperation anyways. Caretaker. Is there any particular reason you decided to be your mother's caretaker? I mean, surely your family could afford to hire someone for that. Ah, that's because my mother wouldn't have it. We would try to hire a caretaker for her, but she drove them out within a week. So that left only the three of us. Calvin is too busy with his job at the company to help, and Don isn't capable. Look at him. Well, I don't think you'd have the heart for that. So that left only me. I couldn't just abandon my own mother. Plus, it had its benefits. A place to sleep and the comforts I want, as well as being free of her expectations. If I hadn't been helping her, she would no doubt want me to be working at the company. And I, you see, have different ambitions. You know, that actually takes a lot. That was very kind of you to do. I hate that I'm going to say this, but she's kind of right. He might be an annoying prick. Oh my god! Justina! But he's at least an annoying prick who loved his mother. Oh my god, Justina, turn it down. This man's mother has died. Victim's medicine. So the medicine your mother was taking, what can you tell me about it? It was medicine for her heart condition. She'd always add to her tea herself. I knew about the dosage she needed, but I had no idea something like this could happen if she overdosed. You haven't ever noticed her abuse her medicine, right? Taking too much of it? Of course not. She hated the stuff. It was tasteless, but she couldn't stand it unless she mixed it into her tea. I always convinced her to take it, but I can't imagine her ever willingly taking more than that. But you must understand, she was quite old. It's more than likely she simply forgot she put some in and accidentally doubled her dose. I don't know of that ever happening before, but a cruel twist for the one time she had to end in such tragedy. Sounds like being her caretaker was a lot. Oh, you have no idea, my fair lady. Here's the note I kept with her prescription medication, or information. I always kept this on hand to give to the doctor in case of emergency. I suppose I won't need it anymore. Oh, medicine update. Okay, well. I wanna talk to him first, but I wanna look over the evidence real quick. A lot of stuff. The face of this man's face. What? It's so long. But yeah, victims. Let's go over the evidence real quick. Yeah, that has been changed. Personal struggle. This instead of tasteless white powder, medicine that Jules would add to her tea before bed. Her heart condition, doctor should not. So the tasteless white powder. Okay. Oh. Medical reports or records indicate the victim was prescribed a special medication for her heart condition, to which she was to take every night before bed. Her family has a history of this heart condition. Oh. Oh no, husband's not. Unless they're going like cousins dating. I don't think the husband would have a heart condition also. Potential side effects of the medication are drowsiness, lightheadedness, and the loss of situational awareness. And high dosage medicine could cause immobilization, incapacitation, brain damage, or paralysis. Doctors indicate the victim was aware of these adverse effects of her medication. Okay. Oh, they did add that. Whom he shares apartment keys with. Baker's bot. We already have so much evidence. Donner, what's up with you? Oh, that's not a lot. So, Donner, what can you tell me about yourself? But me? I'm not very interesting. There isn't much to say. Well, you said you were pretty handy. That has to count for something, right? It's nothing special. I just work at the super home improvement store. I've done a lot of trade work and stuff, building things. Why not just work at your family's company? You don't really strike me as the handyman type. Because I'm quiet, right? I get that a lot. No. Actually, I get to work by myself most of the time, just doing what I'm told. I'm pretty used to that, you know. And working at that place wasn't an option. Aw, sad sprite. You probably think I'm pathetic, don't you? Aw, no, I don't think you're pathetic. I think you're a cool guy. Not at all. In fact, I think it's great you found something you like. Huh. It just cuts to Justia's inner monologue. This guy is such a pathetic loose. Plus, I think you might get eaten alive if you were to work in the sort of corporate environments I've seen. Family. What can you tell us about your family? Were you close to the victim? No, not at all. She wasn't my biological mother. I'm only half brother to Raiden and Calvin. I don't really want to get into the details about that. But she never viewed me the same way, even though I still thought of her as my mom. Aw, that's sad. Being like I'm guessing adopted? Is that what he means? And like the mother just always like, you're not my real son. You're not my real son. Get away from me. That must have been really hard for you. I'm sorry. Certainly seems like you had a rocky relationship with her. I should try to remember that. Regardless, there's gotta be some way to get him to open up more about it. Were your brothers close to her? Calvin was the closest to her. He was always the golden child, but he's nice. I promise he isn't always like that. He's just hasn't been the same since this morning. He's been taking his death really hard. He lets me stay with him. We share an apartment. Oh. Couldn't stay here after I turned 18. Oh, I'll wager a bet you two ladies are going to want to go there next, aren't you? Read like a book. Don't you worry. I would be more than happy to escort you two there. Great. Thank you. We can head there whenever we're finished here. Alright, I guess we're heading there now. Alright, we've already got a next area. I don't think we have anything yet to break any statements, but let's go. Is this just back where we were at? Okay, it is. Okay. Let's go to Calvin's apartment. Just show up. Hey, hey, what's up? Hey, I just stopped by, no particular reason. So what's your alibi for your mother's murder? Also, I've seen that bread and it's green. Suspicious. I bet what's gonna happen is that we're gonna blame the girlfriend. Sadly. I bet the two parts is because we're gonna blame the girlfriend and then we're gonna find out it's not her or something like that. May 12th, Sunrise Apartments. Calvin and Donner's apartment. I guess this is the place. Weird. I expect it to be a lot bigger and fancier than this. Excuse me? Raiden, what are you doing here? Why did you bring those cops with you? My, that's no way to greet your brother, Calvin. By the way, I love what you've done with the place. Is that a new rug? What the crap, Raiden? What's going on? I love the squinty eyes. These two lovely ladies just want a quick chat with you. A gentleman like yourself wouldn't say no to them, would you? Yes, actually I would. Get out. Hang on, we only have a few questions about what happened. I promise we'll be out of your hair as soon as we can. They really won't take no for an answer. Why not humor them just for a little bit? Fine, fine. But make it quick. I'm not a patient man. Detective Swift, was it? What do you want? All I want to hear about is what happened last night, from your perspective. Any details you could give us will help us a great deal. And less attitude would be nice. I'll keep it simple. As I'm sure my brothers told you, none of us were near our mother's home when the fire broke out. I really don't want to talk about it. She wasn't perfect, but she only wanted what was best for us. I wanted one last chance to... God. Aw, this makes you feel for the guy. I don't know why you were trotting around treating us as suspicious. We would never have any reason to harm our mother. That's all I know. Now I'm really busy with other matters. So, are we about done here? Thank you. I'm sorry for your loss. We'll be leaving shortly. I remember a certain detective once telling me a lack of motive does not mean a lack of guilt. Even if what he's saying is true, I can't let my guard down. Not for a sec. That being said, I don't need superpowers to know he's clearly in pain. Was I wrong about this all along? That said, this will likely be our only chance to talk to him and have a look around. Better do it quick before we get kicked out. Investigate first. Green bread. Green bread. Whoa, that's some seriously green bread. Oh, that's some bread Amber must have dropped off earlier. I've never seen bread that's green on the inside. What kind of bread is it? It's actually the Slimer from Ghostbusters. It's called Slimer's bread. It's like a little Halloween thing we made up, and we've made it set. It's pretty good tasting. Oh, there's a note attached to it. Hey dear, there's another fresh batch of my Ban Bo Noag. Give it a try and tell me what you think. Love, Amber. I don't think I've ever heard of that before. It's a cake from Amber's culture. The inside is made with pandan leaf. You won't find it many places in the city that sell it, since the leaves are imported. That's one of the products she plans to sell at the bakery, so this is sort of a test product. That's sweet. I'm a little jealous now. I can't bake to save my life, so having freshly baked bread all the time sounds like a dream. Learning baking. I've got to learn baking. What? Justine, what did he say? This pan is pretty cute as well. Yes, that's Amber's favorite pan. I'll have to remember to bring it back to her. Better write this down. I'm going to look up the cake later. We saw those grain crumbs. We know what's happening. This is random. Wait. Several surfaces in Calvin's apartment are coated in flour with someone baking here. There's so much evidence. Go really quick. You never know. Alright, sounds like we're still fine. Alright. Bookshelf! There are a lot of books here. Hang on. This one has a piece of paper falling out of it. Is this sheet music? Hey! Give that back! Oh, let's take a little look, shall we? You're like the helium to my heart's balloon. You're beautiful like flowers freshly in bloom. You're like sugar, sweeter in my life. I'd love nothing more than if you were my wife. Oh! Ooh. Calvin, is this what I think it is? Finally taking a page from my book, are we? Please, you have to keep that a secret. Oh my, are you gonna propose to her with a love song? That's so cute. The lyrics are a work in progress. Well, I don't think the lyrics matter as long as it comes from the heart. Right, Justy? Those are some of the cheesiest lines I've ever heard. Sound like a poem you'd write for a school. Yeah, as she said, it comes from the heart. I think if you keep working on it, it'll turn out great. Just death stare, okay. Painting. A simple painting on the wall. Shows a desolate winter scene. You can also feel the coldness just by looking at it. It's just like another like the picture in their mother's house, like a representation of like the character. Like he's like really cold inside and he doesn't really express his emotions that much, it seems like. Then it only makes the blue of the sky and water stand out that much more. With a simple color choice, you suddenly have a beautiful contrast that makes the painting feel inviting. The towering mountains around it makes it feel like a secret, secluded place, a sanctuary in this frigid forest. It's as if to say even isolation, there's always beauty to be found. Don't you think you're looking a little too much into this? It's just a painting. My art teacher once told me that once art goes out into the world, the artist can't control how they react to it. In writing, it's called the death of the author. He believed that should be applied to all art. Even if the choices in the art were unintended, its value and injected feelings still matter. If you ask me, that's nothing more than apophenia? I don't know what that is. What now? Apophenia. Finding connections between things that are not really there. Oh, thank you. So he's saying that your views of his painting art are not real. Well, it's real to me. The beauty of art is we're all allowed to form our own opinions. What do you see in this painting, Sophie? Winter? A great place to go snowboarding. Well, leave it to Sophie to find something thrilling in anything. Balcony. There's a great view of the city from here. I wish I had this great of a view. Despite the quaintness of this apartment, we're still quite high up. Now that I think about it, the rent in this place is probably through the roof. I can only dream of having a view like this. Ah, the endless urban expansion, stretching as far as the eye can see. It holds a beauty in its own sense, though I much prefer an idyllic country scene. Oh, to live in a small cottage, in a sleeping village somewhere. A place of constant inspiration. Not me. I couldn't do it. I'm far too accustomed to the city life. Besides, wouldn't living in some secluded cottage get rather lonely? Ah, but some of the best creative works have come from such isolation. I suppose he's not wrong. This is starting to sound like my art history class. And TV, what are you watching? What a quaint little television. Let's see what you've got on the media shelf. Just snoop more. Letters for Isabella. A spring shared with you. Are these romance movies? And over here, an introduction to wood joints. A primer on primer, paint like a pro. How it's done? Season 58. Oh my god, this is must be a very popular show. Also, I'm gonna guess these are all Donner's stuff. I'm beginning to see which side belongs to who. Alright. Let's talk. Oh, before we talk, I'm gonna take a quick drink of water. My throat is starting to get a little hoarse. Excuse me. I'm curious to know a little bit more about you. I understand you work for your family's company, right? Huh. I'd have expected you to do a little more research than that. You must know, I'm the CCO of West Coast Watson Electric and Gas Company. The name got even longer? CCO is what exactly? Chief Compliance Officer. My job is to see that the West Coast Watson Electric and Gas Company follows all applicable laws, rules, and regulations. Electricity and gas are strictly regulated by Seoul City. As I'd hope you know, it's an honor I've been for the last 3 years. 3 years? So you've been an executive since you were only 24? Don't misunderstood. My mother is, she was very strict in how she raised us. She refused to give us our jobs simply for being her children. I started at the very bottom and worked my way to the top. It took blood, sweat, and tears, but I did. I killed so many people, including her. Oh, dang. I understand not giving you the job right off the bat. At the very bottom, I was a janitor for 8 years. If Dad had his way, I would have started in the C-suite from the start, but my mother convinced him otherwise. I'm better for it. I saw firsthand what it took to build and maintain the power lines. Are you surprised? Did you think I'd just cruise my way through life through nepotism? Our mother made sure we could survive on our own. That's what set her apart. Not everyone should have the courage to teach their kids strength like that. Would have. It's one thing to not want to spoil our children, but isn't that a little too intense? An Amber Bay? Your brother mentioned you have a partner named Amber? Can you tell me more about her? Yes. Amber Bad. She's my girlfriend of 1 year. But I'm sure they already told you that much, didn't they? Sorry, Calvin. You know I have a soft spot for these two detectives. Don't worry. We didn't say anything embarrassing, like... Wait, hold up. I kind of want to know. Like how you two would beg. That's it. That was the embarrassing part. Alright, I do notice a problem. How do you get out? How did I get out of the history last time? Oh my god, what is happening? What am I doing? Dear God, how did I do that? Oh god. Oh god. How did I screenshotted? What? I don't understand, guys. Oh, I brought it back to full screen. I don't know how I did that. my god! Alright, there, maybe I'm dumb. I do not know how to get out of that without just spamming my clicker. So we will not see what he just said before that. You've been helping her open a bakery, right? You must really care about her. I just wanted to help her be the best that she can be. Bakery is her dream. If I could be part of it, nothing would make me happier. My brother here is what you might describe as a hopeless romantic. That's very funny coming from you. There's nothing hopeless about it. It's simply called being a good boyfriend. Something you wouldn't know about. Damn. My dear brother, your words wound me. To strike at my heart like that. I really think you've gotten a little off track here. I think it's a wonderful thing to have such a supportive relationship. Yeah, I agree. I always look up to the relationship my parents have together. Something the matter? I simply don't want to end up like my father is all dead. Yeah, I don't think any of us want to end up dead. Oh gods, we might have struck a nerve here. As you know, Don is our half-brother. That was because of our father. Well, needless to say, Calvin never accepted our father's actions, and our mother never accepted Don. Oh, did the father have an affair, I'm guessing, and that's where Don came from? But those two, our mother and father, they still worked it out somehow. Love conquers even the most difficult trials, it would seem. Must you spill every detail of our lives to these detectives? You know that's personal. But since it's been brought up, I want nothing but the best for Don. Regardless of his circumstances, he's our brother, half are not. That's sweet. That's why I'm happy I'm able to give him some proper work for once with the bakery. I wish you all the best with it. Speaking of the bakery, I should ask more about that. Oh, more. Bakery. I'm curious, was your mother involved in the bakery at all? I know the budget was tight, so I figured she might fund it. I'm the one funding the whole thing. My mom had no involvement whatsoever. That perspective would have been a true deal with the devil. It would be like throwing Amber to the wolves. Huh? What do you mean? Oh, my dear lady, you have a naive perspective. Our mother didn't run a company by playing nice with others. Oh. You want money from me, dear? For your dumb bakery? Yes. Could you please help us? Only if you give me, afterwards, $1 million. What? Even with her own family, and Amber isn't family, at least not yet. Any help from her would have been in the form of a very high interest loan. $1 million. This was something I wanted to do for Amber. There's no reason to involve my mother in it. You know, Miss Watson is starting to remind me of a certain someone. I served you a statement. Sure, but I told none of us. Alright. Sure, my mother told you none of us were near our mother when the fire broke out. Okay. I don't know if I could just dispute that with the breadcrumbs. Maybe we'll go back to that. I don't want to talk about it, but she wasn't perfect, but she was only what? She only wanted what was best for us. Like, I don't think we have stuff against that. I wanted one last chance to gods, I thought. Wait a minute! You never wanted a chance with her. She was dead to you. Quite literally, you killed her. I don't know why you're trying around being suspicious. We would never have any Alright, maybe that. That's all I know. Now I'm really busy, guys. Can we do the will here? I think of a good reason to harm your mother. You are the executor of her will. You decide what happens to her mother after she dies. Isn't that enough of a reason to harm her? Do you really think money is an issue for us? We're doing well for ourselves. I get paid handsomely for my job, and Donner has a stable job too. And Raiden is a lot of things, but a murderer he isn't. That's not evident. Well, he would never do murder, so he's not a murderer. Oh, case solved. Okay, it was an accident. He might want his mother's money just for the sake of money, but I don't have enough to prove that. We're still early in the investigation. Maybe there's more going on. Oh, wait. very first one, maybe? The breadcrumbs? Huh. Let's go back. Or not quite, not that type back. Let's go through all this and. Oh, okay. We were just here for the test. I understand now. I think that about wraps up our questions. Thank you again for your cooperation. Are you done snooping around? In that case, I'll show you to the door. You know, Calvin, these two detectives just wanted to help find out what happened to our mother. I understand you're grieving, but... And what do you expect? For me to treat her death like it was some story in the news? After years of working hard to prove my worth to her. Oh, that... He may be a dick right now, but... I could feel for that, Calvin. You just wouldn't get it, Raiden. We both know you were waiting for this day to come. What did you just say? I didn't agree with everything she ever did, but she was still my mother. Who's the one who's been taking care of her while you were off being mommy's favorite boy? Oh, there's some infighting. Please, don't act like it was some selfless act. You did that for yourself, not for her. Do these detectives know the truth about how you lost all your money at the casino and were forced to come crawling back? Oh, but you'd never admit that, would you? Too afraid of ruining your own pride. Shut your mouth! That has nothing to do with this. I stayed with her for us. Somebody had to do it, and Don couldn't. Don't use Don as an excuse. You stopped loving Mother years ago. But just because you had, that doesn't mean I did. You're wrong. I never wanted her to die. I just wanted the truth. I'm leaving. Detectives, good luck with your investigation. What on? Raiden. I went too far. I can't believe What's going on? What are you two talking about? It's nothing. The two of us were just have different opinions about our mother. That sounds like... Detectives, I have nothing else to say on this matter. I answered all of your questions. Now get out of my apartment. Well, what does this have to be? Blah, 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 blah. Justy, let's go. Oh, we're back here. Real quick, I want to check. Real quick, I'll do a quick 2 checks. Alright, that's good. And I want to see, how long have we been going again? About an hour already, jeez. Alright, May 12th, 1:04 p.m. 0C, Police Precinct number 5, Station Lobby. Sophie, we can't just pretend like that was nothing. It's gotta be connected to this case. I agree, but the direct approach isn't going to help us here. So we need an indirect approach. However, the brothers want to open up to us. That only leaves... Why don't we find Calvin's girlfriend, Amber? She might be able to tell us something. Even if she doesn't know anything directly, she might give us a way to get through to them. Let's threaten her with a knife. Good idea, Justy. Now the only problem is, where do we find her? Oh, right. I don't think any of the bros are going to tell us that. That's going to be an issue. Looks like my two brothers have found some Suzuki game. Hunt, please, my boy, Hunt. Let's go! My boy is here. My boy. Detective Hunt, what are you doing here? Red, I feel like it's been ages since I saw you last. Aren't you handling your own cases right now, Detective? I am, but I'm waiting for the boys to bring in my suspect for questioning. But the good news for you is I just so happen to know where you could find this Amber band. You do? But how? Let me guess, your connections helped you out again? Not this time. My case just happens to be related to the Watson family as well. Oh, interesting. So I've been doing a little digging on my own. I managed to find her address. Oh, how exciting! It's like that Anton case all over again. You're investigating the Watsons? What for? Sorry, no can do. This is a sensitive matter and my lips are sealed. I bet we're gonna learn about this later. But you know, if all goes well, this suspect of mine, I might have something else for you. Anyways, Miss Pan lives down at the apartments on Lilac Avenue. Here's the address. Thanks for your help, Red. I've been to that area before. Should be a quick trip if we take Zephyr. You really saved us there. Then wish me luck. I'm gonna need it. My suspect's attorney is the Bloodhound himself. You're going up against the Bloodhound? Huh? The Bloodhound? Like the dog? Oh my god. He's like the joke I made in the Harry Potter one. This man has quite literally got the dog in him. No! We can't go against him. No, he's too powerful. More like a demon. Hold, what? This music is kinda... Okay, I like this. His full name is Wolfhard Huntsman. He's known as the Bloodhound of the courtroom. They say he's ruthless in court, able to sniff out even the smallest lead to win a case. The prosecution's down at the district attorney's office draw straws to decide who has to try his cases. No, please. You've got the shortest stick. The shortest straw. No, please. Everyone lights their, candles. I'm sorry. You have to go down there. No, he's gonna kill me. No. You can't let him. He drew the shortest straw. I'm sorry, little one. No! The prosecutors down at the district attorney's draw straw, yeah. Even the district attorneys are scared of him? He's a living legend. In his 30 years as a lawyer, he's only lost a handful of cases. I've had the misfortune of being cross-examined by him a few times. I've never felt so scrutinized in my life. Oh, any mistake, any contradiction, he could smell it a mile away. He'll pounce like a wolf hunting its prey. He sounds more like a wild animal than a person. You're not far off. The way he'll tear apart your cases, you'll wonder if you ever had one to begin with. Gods, and you have to face him in the interrogation room? Are you going to be alright by yourself? Ha ha ha! Don't worry about it, Miss Assistant. This isn't my first rodeo. Remember what I told you the first time you faced a lawyer? As long as we have the facts on our side, the truth will reveal itself. No bloodhound can stop that. I better get going. Good luck out there. We should go talk to Amber next. When you're ready, we can head over there. I think this is a good stopping point for today's stream. We have gone, I think for about we've gone for 2 hours. We've gotten a good bit into, it seems like, the investigation. I feel like this is a good stopping point. I feel like, honestly, we're like halfway, maybe 3/4 of the way through the investigation. I think we need to go talk to, obviously, Amber, and then that might get more information from the brothers. We'll have to go talk to Patches again. Well, funny enough, I'm ending stream right now, but the internet kicked off right when I was doing it. The internet said, no, you can't end stream. You can't. But no, yeah. Anyone who came back after the after that internet connection thing. Yeah, we're, like I've said before, we're going to continue this maybe tomorrow. I'm really into the case. But on the channel, I will be uploading side by side Paper Perjury and Harry Potter for probably a week, maybe 2. And then we will continually go Harry Potter after this. I like all the characters so far. They all have their unique charms, the sadness, mystery to their background. And we get to meet a new one already. And then we get to meet the Bloodhound. So many new characters. But that will be next time. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. And I hope I see you guys next time. Goodbye.